The markets dropped almost 250 points on the Dow, and then we get ourselves a nice, good old-fashioned hammer. The economic stimulus and financial rescue packages people fear won't work. Let's see what happens. The government's still out there fighting, going back and forth. Let's see what pans out for us. But people seem to be pretty optimistic, especially there at the end of the day. Check this out. I mean, I'm serious, guys. 248 points we were down at one point today. We had some big red candle here. Huge red candle. And I said, there it is. We're breaking down. And wow, it was just bloody looking. But check this out. The Nasdaq's in the green, S&P in the green, Russell's in the green. Everybody's in the green but the Dow. That's always a lagger, it seems. And the VIX takes a big nosedive, and it's still dropping. Look at this. Right before our very eyes, it's dropping. And at one point, we were almost at 50 on the VIX, and now we're just barely over 40. Really nice and bullish there at the end of the day. And let me show you what I was seeing. Here's a 5-minute chart. So we were just crashing and burning and crashing and burning, crashing and burning, and then whammo, a V-shaped reversal pattern going straight up. Again, 5-minute chart. Look at a 30-minute chart. I had my lines drawn. I had, hey, the good old-fashioned falling wedge. Those are bullish, and sure enough, bam, it takes off to the north. And I was here watching it. Really glad to see that, because let me talk you through what was going through my mind today. Now, for everybody that said tweezer's bottom, congratulations. You nailed it. Very nice. And it's also a bullish Harami pattern. So kudos to everybody that called that. Very nice. And also, you might have even called this a thrusting pattern. But technically, a thrusting pattern would have been a white candlestick starting down here and open, closing below the halfway mark, thrusting pattern. So you had a couple bullish scenarios here. And then we have at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, a report come out saying retail sales were better than expected last month. But even in the face with all this bullish activity and bullish news, we go crashing down, crashing down. Really surprised to see that, to be quite frank. I had my bullet or my bearish hedges in place, but I was still net to the bull side. But I'll tell you, there at the end of the day, I thought, is this going to bounce back? And I got thinking, I'm just not sure we're going to make it back here before the end of the day. When I say make it back here, let me be really clear what I'm talking about. See this big blue line we've been talking about for ages now? Support, 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 support. When we broke that, if that was going to break, we were heading right down here to these red lines right now. And I just didn't know if we were going to make it back. And sure enough, at the end of the day, we get this little rally. And when I saw the 5-minute chart start to take off, and I saw that we were in a falling wedge on that 30-minute, I unloaded a big majority of my hedge there. And we started shooting straight back up, and I was glad to see that. So my longs were saying thank you to the markets. And here we have ourselves a hammer. We do have a shadow, a lower shadow that's 2 times or more the body. We got a body, and we close at the day's high. You can see that with no upper shadow. We do have some resistance coming with this trend line that we have here, and also the moving averages that are just above it. We the blue ones, my 20-day simple moving average, that should act as resistance. What I am keying on is, are we going to have a close higher than today, this high? And we have a high of 835.5, or yesterday, which was just a little higher. And let me see what that is. This high was 838. I'll tell you, if we can get over 840 tomorrow, close over that, we should get to this upper area really fast. And actually, it could happen in one day, and this, on Friday. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for. The bears had their shots here. They had their shot. They could not hold it down. We rallied back. Let that be a telltale sign to you. Don't overlook this. People were big time bearish after this day, thinking we were going to crash and burn. as I showed you, after big candlesticks, you need to have that second one to confirm it. We didn't get those, and it goes back, these big candlesticks. If you don't get the second coming down, that usually reverses. So same thing happened here. So we're educated here at Free Trading Videos, and we know to wait for a secondary candle to confirm that. We didn't get that. We get a tweezers instead. We get a bullish harami instead, and we know that that's more bullish than bearish. But today, I'm telling you, the markets will do whatever it wants to. And sure enough, it went against all odds and comes just screaming down. But then it healed itself. It did what it was supposed to. It came right back up. So I'm expecting bullish activity from this point forward, at least for a day, maybe starting off next week. I'll tell you, the beginning of next week could be really powerful. Look at this. We're getting to the end of this apex. There's no more room not much room here to mess around anymore. This thing needs to break out or break down, and that time is coming, and I'm going to call it. It's going to happen next week. I believe in my heart of hearts that next week we will either break out or break down. And let me give you a bigger picture here, and if we do break out, I'm going to call this our bottoms. We should just go bullish, and I think we'll just chop around here and start heading up from that point forward. I do not see us dropping if we break out. But I'm going to be watching volume on the spiders and diamonds, Qs, and I want to see confirmation on the breakout. And just to let everybody know, bank insiders are still purchasing financials right now, their own businesses, their own companies. So there you have it. Thank you for being a part of Free Trading Videos, and thank you for making it a better place. We appreciate everybody that's part of the family here, and let's look forward to more days of learning and developing as great, sound, savvy traders. Till next time, catch you at freetradingvideos.com.